I love you, Pate.
What's that, soul?
Wildman Audits, exposing corruption and standing for our rights. Conspiracy against constitutional rights. Episode 2. A series where I expose multiple police departments, sheriff offices, deputies, courts, and judges for conspiring against my constitutional rights. In the previous episode, we saw Chief Lawless and Officer Pate of New Holland Police Department escalate a simple traffic stop into an unlawful arrest.
Here, tell me what the fuck this shit is. I'm gonna break his fucking leg and get him in the car.
Today we have a few videos of Chief Lawless and Officer Pate of New Holland PD pulling up to my house and walking around my property shortly after the illegal search and seizure. They conspired to intimidate me by making constant appearances at my property while I was awaiting the court date. Then, on my court date, I noticed Chief Lawless making rounds around my block. Well, I'm on my way to court here in New Holland. Just walking there and waiting at the end of my road was the officer. It's like I can't even walk to court without being harassed. And when he sees me, he pulls down my street. I got a short video of him passing by. So I'm gonna keep my video on me while I'm walking down. I actually see him right here. I'm starting to feel nervous because I see him standing there waiting. I transferred the case to Circleville Municipal Court. I came back a few days later and served Chief Lawless with public record requests. He then told me he had better things to do and removed me from the public building during open hours. I'll find a different one.
Cody,
Hey.
you can't just come in here and go through stuff.
It's sitting on the desk. It's a public building. I didn't know that. There's no sign that says I can't use a pen.
Well, you can ask.
No one was around.
What are you still doing in here?
I'm filing this paperwork and signing it.
Who
I'm
you gonna
reading it
file
out
it
loud.
with?
I'm about to find somebody to file it with.
There's no one here now. So
Alright, there's me
You
signing
need to
it.
take it and go. Everyone is gone for the day. Well, you can bring it back in on Monday, and you can file it with one of the ladies here in the office, and they'll make sure that I get it. And as long as I'm allowed to give it to you, I'll get it for you. Okay?
Alright, I'm just going ahead and filling out this paperwork real quick.
Cody, you can fill it out at home.
Well, I need to like go ahead and turn it in and stuff and make sure that
There's no
somebody.
one here for you to turn it into.
Notice how multiple times he says there's no one here to turn it into while he's here. There's nothing on the radio that's pertaining to him. That's all for other people. And he's sitting here just declining my usage of rights. It's a public, it's open, what, 9 to 4? It's not, it's 3:30 right
The door's
now.
locked. There's no one here.
It's 3:30 right now in a public building that's
There's no
open
one
till 4.
here.
You're here. This is,
I
you're
just
the
told
head
you
of the.
I'm not going to speak to you about
You don't have to
this.
speak to me. I'm going to turn it into you, and you're the head of police department, and you have to receive it and note that you received it. That's part of your job here as a public official, right?
Let me guess. You know my job now, too.
I'm asking you, isn't that
I'm
part?
asking you.
I believe it is part of your job as a public official to receive requests that have to do with your department and have to do with cases regarding your department. I don't believe that you can withhold or withstand evidence from someone.
I would never.
So, well, you're trying to rush me out of here when the office is open right now.
I have other things that need to be taken care of, like protecting the people that live here. You can do that at home.
I typed all this up at home. I typed all this up at home.
Papers out.
Well, I'm reading them out loud and filming that. I read them out loud here because this is very pertinent to my case. Okay?
What's that have to do with me?
Because I was going to turn them into you, and you said I could.
No, I did not say you could turn them into me. I said you could give them to the girls.
You said you wouldn't talk to me about it, but you said you would take them. That's what you said.
I will. When you bring them in Monday, give them to the girls, I will. I have no problem at all with your request or helping you with your request as long as I can give you the stuff that you're asking for.
Absolutely. It's
but I'm not going to stand here when I have other things I have to do as the police chief to take care of this village and the people in it. I'm not going to stand here while you sign papers that you should have signed at home. So take them and go.
I'm going to sign them here and to be witnessed.
Listen, I have to go. Can you hear the radio?
I can hear the radio.
Okay, and there's no one here. You're not going to be able to stay
I'm in a public building in the hours that it's open.
Do you really seriously want to go through this again?
I'm in a public building.
Why do you have to be so difficult?
Why are you rushing me out of a public building?
Because I need to go.
That's very convenient that right as I'm filing important paperwork, you all of a sudden have something more important to do. It's 3:30. You can look at this clock, and he's rushing me out of this public building.
Rushing you out. Come on.
Look, he's forcing me out of a public building while it's open, refusing to give me my FOIA. When I went to court, I was appointed attorney Kendra Kenny, who mentioned that the cases were fatally flawed. They were quickly dismissed by Judge Peters of the Circleville Municipal Court. I'll upload pics of those dismissals. It's important to note that even though all charges were dismissed in my favor, New Holland PD continued to withhold the CBD illegally seized in the previous episode. And that's today's episode of Conspiracy Against Constitutional Rights. To recap, we have Chief Lawless and Officer Pate making multiple visits to my house, and Chief Lawless becoming visibly uncomfortable when asked for videos and documents regarding the unlawful search and seizure and unlawful arrest that took place in the previous episode. These tyrants show an utter disregard for constitutional rights, over and over, especially considering that Chief Lawless was mentioned in a civil rights lawsuit named Myers versus New Holland. That's all for today. Check my channel for more updates. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Wildman Audits.
Can't stop me. I'm a shadow band rapper back to fracture the scene and fucking crack the foundations these masons believe would hold forever. I'll sever every goddamn string attached to you fucking puppets. Now you're stuck with me and you can't silence or quiet this fucking riot. These violent men and women that I've incited won't comply with you tyrants. No, they don't buy it. That's why I am still trying to be loud enough to keep you dumb cunts quiet, you see. Cause when I came to invade and make you bitches behave, I wasn't asking for permission. Listen, a slave is someone you control with wits, a hit with shit just to get their brothers to submit. But hypnotists witness this. I enlisted to persist, so fuck with me and your wish that my relentless intervention didn't even exist. Cause I'm here to lead the resistance and make you bleed. Murder business is what you see within these trenches. If you need my assistance, I will keep hopping up everywhere. You can't stop me and never will. It's impossible. Apocalyptic gospels with very clear messages are heard regardless of any attempt to prevent the lyrics sent from heaven through these lips from being slipped to the script and broadcasted legitimately. I'll get the whole fucking network to quit, cause my assault on the system is such an awful addition. When my tongue becomes a gun that's going off in this prison, it gets all the attention. It's what you call wicked wisdom. Intended military confrontation solved with precision. You lost the war at the start. I came to tear you apart. You think you're more than capable of taking me, but you aren't. This is psychological warfare, so